This one took me down a rabbit hole. I had to do a significant amount of Googling because I forgot what the consoles were called. There are two games that I remember playing from a very young age around the same time, although one of them came out in 1982, the other one came out in 1984. I don't remember what year I was playing them. The first one was at my cousin's house. He had this Vectrex console, and there was a game on it called Mindstorm. It was the simplest game, but I was obsessed with this game. I would beg my parents to go. I know, Gozer. Hang on. Shit's about to get real. There's shadows outside. Crisis averted. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I would beg my parents to go visit my aunt and uncle just so I could play this game. We would walk into the house and my cousin would be like, hey, what do you want to do? And I'm like, Guy, you know why I'm here. The second game was at my best friend's house. She lived across the street, and on her Commodore 64, we would play Summer Olympic Games. For hours, we would play Summer Olympic Games. Finally, a few years later, I think it was probably in the 9th or 10th grade when we got a computer at home, and then I became obsessed with the side-scrolling Prince of Persia and Doom. And then, like, my first, like, arcade-style game, not first and second, Street Fighter 2, fucking Chun-Li for the win, and sometimes Dhalsim, and Tetris. Oh, Tetris. I have spent, I'm going to say the last 25 years looking for a handheld Tetris that is the same as the stand-up arcade version of it. They're always slightly different, and it's enough to be disappointing. My most infuriating gaming moment, even though you haven't asked, I think I've shared the story before, was playing Scarface. Such a good game. The soundtrack, oh, so good. There was a mission. I had to take a boat, go to a place, kill a bunch of guys, drive my boat back, run through my save, whatever it was. Like a dozen times. 2 hours. I kept dying. My boat kept getting blown up. This one time, my boat explodes, their boat explodes at the same time, just as I, aka Tony Montana, jumps out of the boat. We survive. It's we from this point forward. We survive. All we have to do now is swim to shore. I can see the save point. Almost made it. And then a fucking shark. Top 5 games of all time. Diablo, mostly for the sentimental reasons, because after the side-scrolling Prince of Persia and Doom, I got really into Diablo for a long time. I think I've played through it like a dozen times. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Special place in my heart. BioShock. I said 5, let me think. Tetris. I mean, my husband and I, but when we were courting, we bonded over Tetris. Fatal Frame. It was a series of games. It was creepy as shit. It took me forever to track down these games. I had to buy them on eBay, and then, like an idiot, they're worth a fortune now. I shouldn't have sold them. Regrets.